neighborhood with surprisingly low HOA fees. There lived 3 little pigs, and they had just moved out on their own. Pig number 1 loved football. He wore a tiny jersey everywhere and practically did touchdown dances in the mirror. He believed in speed, shortcuts, and getting it done right before halftime. Pig number 2 loved baseball. He owned 3 gloves, 2 bats, and said things like, "You gotta play the long game." He also chewed on pieces of straw like they were sunflower seeds for the dramatic effect. Pig number 3 loved building codes. So naturally, they all built houses. Pig number 1 built his house out of straw in record time. Fastest build in the league. He shouted and spiked a bale of hay like it was a football. "We're going to have a touchdown." Pig number 2 built his house out of sticks. He wore a tiny hard hat and muttered things like, "Defense wins championships." Meanwhile, a wolf was watching from the tree line. Now, this wolf had been trying to cut carbs. But 3 pigs in one neighborhood, it felt like a destiny. He marched up to the straw house and knocked. "Little pig, let me come in." Pig number 1 adjusted his helmet, "Not by the bristles of my chinny chin." The wolf sighed. "Fine, I'll huff and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in." So he inhaled dramatically. Unfortunately, pig number 1 had left loose straw everywhere. 0 defense line. One big huff later, and the house blew apart like confetti at a Super Bowl game. Pig number 1 grabbed his football and he ran straight to pig number 2's stick house. At the stick house, the wolf knocked again. "Little pigs, let me come in." Pig number 2 stepped up like he was at bat. "Not by the bristles of my chinny chin." The wolf cracked his knuckles. Bottom of the 9th. He huffed and he puffed, and the sticks rattled like a bad call at home plate. With one extra big blow, the house collapsed faster than the team with no bullpen. Pig number 2 dropped his bat. "Okay, that's a strike." 2 pigs sprinted to pig number 3's house. Pig number 3 calmly opened the door, just long enough for them to get in, and shut it tight. The wolf stomped up. "Little pigs, let me come in." All 3 shouted, chinny chin chins. The wolf took a deep breath, the breath of his career. He huffed, he puffed. He huffed so hard he got dizzy. The brick house didn't even wobble. Pig number 3 leaned back in his lawn chair. Gentlemen, this is what you call a strong defense. Pig number 1 nodded. We need a better offensive line. Pig number 2 added, and maybe a bullpen. The wolf glared at the chimney. Fine, I'm going in from the top. He climbed up dramatically. 1, 2 slide straight down into a pot of bubbling spaghetti sauce. Yow! He shot back up the chimney like a rocket on the 4th of July game. Covered in soot and marinara, he stumbled away mumbling, I should have took up golf. From that day on, pig number 1 still loved football, but he invested in bricks. Pig number 2 still loved baseball, but he reinforced his walls. Pig number 3 started a podcast called Bricks of Defense. And the wolf opened a sports snack stand called Huff and Puff Concessions. And they all lived happily ever after, with solid construction, better teamwork, and absolutely no unsecured straw. The end. I hope you loved it.
Ba, ba,